In our first issue of What's Ailing Assam, we brought you the inferences of the various themes involving Assam agitation and the genesis of the uproar about the Citizenship Amendment Bill of 2016. Despite palpable resistance by the people of Assam, witnessed by agitations, strikes, and walkouts by their representatives in the parliament, let's find out why the ruling government is determined to implement this bill during their current term.
There might be many different implications or any different kind of explanations. One is that this whole idea of citizenship, especially of the Hindu population in the neighboring countries, as homecoming. This whole idea of homecoming, right? That you have a right to come back to your home. So that has been one of the, you can say, prominent ideological agenda of the ruling dispensation. That is RSS BJP dispensation. For the longest time they have been pretty open and very clear about it, that that people around, at least in the neighborhood in South Asia, all the persecuted Hindus should have a right to come back because India is their homeland. A party like BJP, perhaps they can give a clear signal of their seriousness about their ideological agenda to the larger electorate, to larger voters or larger Indian masses, by compromising maybe perhaps on few votes or few seats in the northeast.
Even though there were walkouts staged and protests held, the bill did pass in the lower house of the parliament. How is it fated in the Rajya Sabha?
And if you see the position of Congress in Lok Sabha, also the MPs of the Congress in the parliamentary committee, they have taken what we can say a measured stand. They have taken a calculated stand on the bill. So they are, instead of outrightly say rejecting this bill, they are suggesting modifications to this bill. This is one of the ally of the ruling BJP in Assam, that is Assam Gana Parishad, that is AGP, resigned from the government based on this issue of this bill. They have not destabilized the government or anything, but of course this might have consequences for the coming election because they have pulled out of the bill of the government.
नागरिकता आप जब देंगे तो आप धर्म के आधार पर नहीं बांट सकते.
And another ally, another party which is in alliance is the Bodoland People's Front, BPF. BPF have not yet pulled out of it, but of course have also cautioned the government to be careful with this bill. So all the regional parties in the northeast have now, including NPP, all the regional parties of the northeast have either cautioned, condemned, or have pulled out with their association with BJP regarding this bill.
This differential politics is creating a pronounced rift between the Assamese speaking and Bengali speaking citizens of Assam that have coexisted in the so-called low density areas of Assam. Assam agitation is not new. It has been building up since 1951, when India had its first census. When the pleas of Assam went unaddressed, it led to the 6-year-long gruesome agitation from 1979 to 1985.
Even within Bengalis, you draw this line between Hindu Bengali and Muslim Bengali. So that becomes a polarizing issue. So this polarization is something perhaps is seen as politically beneficial. That language has been the primary marker of identity more than religion. People identify mostly to their language more than to their religion. So it is something of a linguistic nationalism that has been dominant in those parts of the country, and that is why the Muslims in Assam, especially those who came into Assam post 1950s until 70s, till the creation of Bangladesh, those groups adapted to Assamese as their mother language.
With so many grey areas because of the loosely worded bill, the government is still largely undecided on the subject of conferring tribal statehood on Assam. If done, does this ease the pressure on the indigenous people of Assam?
There was a proposal to grant scheduled tribe status to 6 communities in Assam, and it was in the agenda of BJP also. And previous governments also have been assuring that they will finalize or look into this demand. It will mean the breaching of the constitutional norm, which is like 50%, 49%. This kind of provisions will not have much meaning if you don't have the foundation, if you don't have your land and you have no foundation, if you don't have your culture and language. Getting ST status will not mean much.
As we brought you the various vantage points of the controversy of the Citizenship Amendment Bill, we couldn't help notice that the Assam agitation today in the past has been spearheaded by its student unions. Why is that? Find out in the next episode of Board Sailing Assam.